Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Cities Skylines. Here we are. I'm gonna unpause it here so we can get this shit going. Here we are on episode. This is episode 13, actually, the 13th episode, and we got a trash problem. But the issue is our trash collector guys. Oh, they haven't quite figured out how to collect trash properly yet. They haven't figured it out. They haven't understood it. And the reason being, oh, it looks, yeah, they still haven't figured it out. Reason being, I separated these two. I separated them. And I don't think they quite got it yet. I don't think they quite understood. It might take a little while for them to understand how that all works. But apart from that, like here we got trash guys going this way, and they're leaving town. They're like leaving town. I don't think they quite grasped the concept. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe this idea of separating the two isn't quite working out like I thought it would. I don't know. Let's look like this. No, they're literally just straight up leaving town. My trash guys. So yeah, I don't know what to say about that. I think those are trash trucks. No, that's an oil truck. I might have got confused. It's a forestry truck. I might have got confused. Maybe I thought trash trucks were leaving town, but they're not. They look very similar to the rest of this stuff. Either way, we do have... Oh, looks like these guys are starting to get it. Yeah, it looks like they're starting to figure it out. They're going out there and they're like, oh yeah, we're not connected anymore. We actually have to go out and do our job. So, I think they got it. Or they're getting it. The AI is catching up. Anyways, there's something I want to do this episode specifically, and I want to do some... Oh, how would I explain it? Shameless plugging, I guess, is probably the best way to describe it. Essentially, I want to tell you about my social medias. I'm really bad when it comes to social medias. I'm terrible when it comes to social medias. But the one thing I'm learning about this whole doing stuff on YouTube thing is that you have to become social in a media sense. I'm a stereotypical nerd, man. I am introverted as hell. The only reason I'm talking to you like this today is because I'm speaking at a microphone through the computer. That's it. I am not a social person at all. I don't like chatting with people. I don't like making friends. In fact, replying to your guys' comments, although I appreciate your comments to no end, like I really do, because most of them are very positive, and as an introvert I love positive reinforcement, but even replying to your comments I find like somewhat stress inducing. I don't know how to explain it, and this is a good experiment for me. Right? Doing the whole YouTubes and all the stuff that's involved is a really good experience. Experience for me is experiment for me. It's getting myself slowly out of this mold of being afraid of people, I guess, and actually being somewhat social, perhaps. I don't know. Maybe. Anyways, so I'm starting. Well, as if you probably have been paying, or if you have been paying any kind of attentions to the description, which I'm sure 90% of you have not. But if you pay any kind of attentions to any of the descriptions on any of the posts I make, um, you would know that uh, I do have a Facebook page, I do have a Twitch page, and I have a Twitter page. All of these pages, I think I don't know how to use them properly. I think. Here's how I'm viewing it, and I'm actually kind of asking for your guys' help on this, especially you guys who are slightly more social and know how to use these things. Well, God, I sound old when I say that. Wow. No, I'm thinking more along the lines of, I would like to know how to use them in a proper sense. You know what I mean? How do I explain that better? I want to use them without just being like, hey, I got Twitter. Check me on Twitter. You know, how do I use Twitter so that I use it for the best? For the best uses, I guess, is what I'm asking. So, here's how I'm thinking. This is how I think of it. Or this is my way of thinking. I use Twitter to post about new content, right? So if I'm putting up a new picture or whatever, or not picture, a new video, it gets tossed up on Twitter, which it does automatically, right? It already does that shit for me. So it tells you if there's new. It tells you if there is new videos being done, right? But I'm also thinking about using it for Twitch live streams. Now, I don't Twitch yet. However, it's something I want to do. I'm horribly intimidated by Twitch, mostly because just doing the YouTubes was intimidating as hell to me. So I'm horribly intimidated by Twitch, and I would love to do it, but every time I watch those Twitch people do it, they got fucking overlays, they got little things popping up on screen, they gotta have like show themselves on a webcam with goddamn green screen behind them, right? That's how I see every Twitch person. They got this awesome microphone, and they got they got this wicked camera webcam thing, and they're all like, hey, you guys are awesome. And then when people donate money, like I don't know, things pop up on screen as like fireworks and like a cat wandering across and a fucking meteor, like a donkey riding a meteor, and it's like this guy is doing whatever, and then like this guy donated $5 and he said something cool, and then if someone gives him like subscribes to his channel, it's like a cat moonwalking. He's like, oh, this guy subscribes to the channel, and all those things. I'm just like, how the fuck do I do that? I don't know how to do that. I don't. Jesus Christ, right? I'm looking at all this stuff, and it's intimidating as fuck to me. So that's my view. That's my somewhat bleak view of Twitch. However, I'm not a man to back away from a challenge, so I will take on that challenge eventually, and I will do YouTube or Twitch. Anyways, so I have the Twitter. Let's recap. I got the Twitter account, of which I tweet. Tweet and twit. Twit fucking. Honestly, it's the worst name ever for a goddamn program. Twitter, where you tweet your tweets, your twits. You tweet your tweets, and fuck it, I don't know. Anyways, regardless, I'm not gonna bitch anymore about that. I got the Twitter, where I tweet about my videos, and if I'm gonna do a Twitch episode, I will tweet it on Twitter. Okay. Then I have the Twitch channel, which right now has nothing on it. Absolutely nothing on it, which I will, God willing, get the balls to tackle. And then I got a Facebook page, and the Facebook page is where I want to try something that I think is going to be really nice. I would love to be able to get some cool stuff for the channel. I would love to get a new microphone. I'm not gonna lie. I would love to get a new microphone. I cannot afford it right now, but I would love to get a new microphone. Right? Well, no, I can't justify the purchase, is what I'm saying. I can't justify the purchase, but I would love to get a new microphone. One of those cool, like, Snowball or Blue Yetis or whatever, you know, the ones the kids all talk about. I don't know. I'd love to get one of those, but I can't justify the purchase at this time. I also can't justify purchasing said thing for something that is sucking away my time and my... Oh, I see what's happening here. I understand now. So, because of said problems, I'm going to use that. Look at this big son of a bitch. I'm going to build him. Pow. There we go. I have a feeling that that will solve our garbage problems. I think. I understand what was happening here now. The reason why there was garbage trucks in use were so small is that there was too much garbage and it couldn't process it fast enough. So I got this big son of a bitch, and he's gonna process it at a much accelerated rate. He can processing rate of 0 per week. Shit. These guys can process at 2,400 per week. I think he can process at like a bajillion. 7,200. So it's like 3 times faster than these sons of bitches. It's pretty sweet. And at just twice the cost. That's it. Pretty nice. Anyways, so my Facebook, what I want to do with that, the Facebook page, I'm less scared of. I've Facebooked in the past. That's something I'm a little less afraid of than Twitter and Twitch. I've never had a Twitter account before this, and I honestly don't know what to do with it. I look at Twitter and I'm like, I don't know. But anyways, what I'm thinking about doing is using Facebook kind of as an affiliate type of thing. But I'm going to make sure that the shit I post on there is stuff that's good, right? For example, there's a few websites that I found out that have really cheap options for video games, right? Everyone loves these video games. They're great video games. You can't complain about good video games. So, if we were to get these video games at a cheaper rate, you were to purchase said video games at a cheaper rate than, say, Steam, why wouldn't you do that, right? It essentially is this website that sells Steam keys cheaper than Steam sells those keys. So, why wouldn't you do it? Everyone says it's not legit. Or, sorry, people are worried that it's not legit because it looks a little greasy. However, I understand how they do it. They do like affiliate programs by getting this. Essentially, what it is they purchase the Steam keys from. Yeah. Anyways, we'll explain it later. But it has good reviews. The place does really good stuff. And if you were to go on there and purchase, like, say, Cities Skylines, for example, from this place, which currently is $10 cheaper than on Steam, and you purchase on this website, and I get fucking 50 cents or something like that, why wouldn't you do that? It's good for you, who is a consumer. You're going to get a game that everyone's going to get is legit, right? And you get it at half the price that you would at Steam, where everyone purchases their games nowadays. So why wouldn't you do that, right? So that's the kind of affiliate stuff I'm thinking about doing, right? Stuff that is good for you guys, the viewers, but might toss a little bit extra money in my pocket. Psh, sweet. Win-win for everybody, right? So that's how I view this. And that's something I want to try out. So all the stuff that could possibly be good for you guys and might put a little bit of money in my pocket, I'm going to put it in the Facebook page. And if you want to check it out, you can go to the Facebook page and check it out. Then you don't have to worry about the plugs on here, right? Where I'm like, hey, go check out this shit. I'll just be like, hey, check me out on Facebook. Check me out over here. Check me out over here. I got a death wave like you wouldn't believe. Dead people everywhere. Look at all those dead people. And then you just go to Facebook, and then Facebook is the place I put the products, right? If you want to purchase products, right? I might get a Patreon page. That's kind of like the cool thing the cool kids do. I don't really know yet. I find that, I do have, I got some subscribers, and I'm very, very appreciative of the subscribers that I have, and you guys are great. However, I don't want to, for the small amount of subscribers I do have, I don't want to be like, hey, give me your money and I will, I don't know, suck your cock or something. No, I don't want to do that yet. I'll suck your cock later. No, what I mean is, there's not enough people following my shit to make a Patreon page worth it for everybody involved. For example, say if I made a Patreon page and I say, if you give me $2, I'll be eternally grateful, right? But I don't give anything back. I'm just literally beating a beggar. Well, no, that's what a job is for. God damn it. If I want $2 a month, I'm not going to beg you guys for $2 a month. That's stupid. Right? I don't want to do that. It's not good for me. It's not good for you. Why the fuck would I do that? But for example, if my subscriber base gets to, say, 10,000 people, right, and say 1% of those Patreon people decide to give me $1 a month, right? Or sorry, $2 a month, and I'm getting $200 a month instead of whatever. Hey, that actually could be awesome, and there's a lot of extra shit I can do with that, to not only for the channel, but I can get that cool ass mic that I was talking about and all that other stuff, and then perhaps I could do this more often or whatever. I don't know. This is very pie in the sky shit because I'm nowhere near 10,000 subscribers. I have barely over 100 subscribers. As awesome as that is. Yeah. And this, what? I'm gonna rant. This is where the rant's gonna come on. This is the sad state of YouTube right now, and I getting caught up in this shit, and I'm sorry, but this is kind of where YouTubers at. I apologize for this. But it's like, everyone hops on YouTube, and YouTube is actually a legitimate place for people to make an income, whereas in 10 years ago it wasn't, right? 10 years ago on YouTube, people were doing shit on YouTube because it was fun to do shit on YouTube, right? They did stuff to share with their friends because it was funny as hell, and it was cool, and it was it was fun and it was enjoyable and all this other shit. Now people are doing shit on YouTube because there's a possibility that they perhaps can make it their income of playing fucking video games and being, you know, nerds in their basements and doing all this stuff. And I'm, you know, it's so easy for me to fall in that same boat, right? So easy for anybody to fall in that boat of being like, I can make money off the YouTubes, right? And it's sad. It's a sad state of affairs when it's become this way. I would be doing this. I would be doing this with or without the ability to make money. It's, of course, it's a little more appealing if I could. However, and then you know, you can always counter reprimand that and be like, well, why haven't you done it before? Why is it you doing it now, Keeves? Well, because I'm really bad in social situations. I don't like, it took this long for me to get my ass in gear and actually have the courage to do this stuff. I have fucking anxiety when it comes to shit like this. I really do. You know, I'm not saying like I need my safe space anxiety. I mean, like, up until this point, if someone were like, hey, you should make a YouTube channel, I would have been like, thought about it and go, but then I would have to talk to people. And then I wouldn't, because, not because I wouldn't, or sorry, I would never admit that it would have been frightening to me. I can do it now. But at the time, I wouldn't have admitted it. I would have been like, I don't really want to do it, right? You like my impression of myself? Anyways, that's how I would have viewed it. I would have been like, no, it could be fun, but no, that's fine. I don't really feel like doing it. Now, I got my act, you know, I'm a little more confident in myself. I'm a little more confident in talking. And actually, I want to better myself, is what it is. I find that doing videos every day on YouTube, I'm watching myself grow in the videos, right? I'm getting more comfortable talking. I find that I stutter a lot less. I still stutter, but I can reach my point easier than I could before. Before, I had a really hard time coming up with what I wanted to say. And I'd stumble over words and everything like that. Now I feel like I'm getting a lot better with that. I'm still not perfect, but as the time goes on, I'm pretty sure I'll notice myself getting better and better with it. And before I know it, I might be able to talk to people in a normal way without stuttering my ass off. I can actually construct clear, proper sentence structure as I speak, and I can pronounce my words in a proper fashion instead of, you know, having floppy mouth fucking words. I don't know how to describe that one, but you know what I mean, right? YouTube is allowing me to do that. Not only that, but I'm terrible when it comes to procrastination. It's really helping me with committing myself to the fact that I'm going to put out a certain amount of videos, a certain amount of schedule, right? I'm doing this, rain, shine, if I feel bad, if I feel sick, if it's a Wednesday, if it's whatever, I'm committing myself to putting out these videos, and YouTube has been helping with that as well, because otherwise, previous to doing these videos, I would procrastinate when it comes to anything. Just ask my ex-wife. That's why she is my ex-wife. I was fucking awful when it comes to procrastination. And this is helping me. This is part of my process. And in fact, here's a real. Let's get down and dirty here, just for a minute, ladies and gentlemen. As you're watching, here we are, episode 13 in a random fucking series of Cities Skylines. Let me drink my coffee first. Alright. My wife and myself My ex-wife and myself, we were in a relationship for 7 years. Uh, it was a common law marriage. I still view it as a marriage, however, but it's a common law marriage, right? Wow, still can't keep up with the trash. Common law marriage. I loved her, and I still love her with all my heart. Love her to death. And I still view her very much, um, even to this day, as my best friend. Okay? Beautiful woman. Absolutely beautiful woman. Just everything about her is just fantastic. Alright? So, our relationship ended when she decided that she couldn't take my shit anymore. Essentially, what was happening was I was being very much of a procrastinating asshole. There was a lot of problems. She couldn't rely on me, essentially. She would ask me to do something for her. I say, yeah, absolutely. I'd totally do that for her. With the entirety of my mind saying that absolutely I will do this for you. Right? I believed it to a T. And I will set. She'd set, asking, can you do this for me by this time? Right? She'd set a time, and I'd say, absolutely, I will definitely do this for you. And then I wouldn't do it for her. I'd forget. I'd procrastinate. I'd get distracted. I'd do anything, right? Anything in the world would distract me. I would find reasons, anything. I would just, for no reason whatsoever. I had the best of intentions, and the road to hell obviously is paved to good intentions, but I had the best of intentions of doing those things for her. However, I never did those things for her, and eventually she had enough of my shit, decided she wanted to end the relationship. I asked and begged and pleaded and all these other things on, I'll try and change myself. And she said, I don't want you to change yourself for me. I want you to change yourself for you. That was one of the things she said. And, sorry, this is kind of, it's not the easiest topic to talk about. It's kind of a weird thing to talk about. Cities Skylines. Anyways, so what I've been doing, this wasn't that long ago, our relationship ending. So it took me a while for me to realize the relationship was done. I said, I'll do anything. I'll go to counseling. I'll fix whatever. We'll go to counseling. Anything like that. We'll try and make the relationship stay together. And she decided she didn't want to do that. She wanted a fresh start. She wanted a fresh start to her life. She wanted to move on. And, all the respect to her for doing that. Anyways, so once I realized that the relationship was over fully, right? Once I realized I wasn't going to salvage it, I had to move on. I then did some self-reflection, and I realized that, she's right. There's these things that I had to fix for me, not for her. And one of these things was that procrastination issue. So at that time, I was kind of dabbling and looking at YouTube or whatnot, and that's when I decided, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put out a YouTube video a day every single day. Every single day, regardless of what it is. And, ask any YouTuber, they want to say that they put out only good content and everything like this. all this other stuff. Let me tell you something. If I put out absolute trash episodes, understand that I'm putting out these absolute trash episodes because, not because I want to, but because I need to put out this video. Because I made a promise to myself that I'm going to put out a video every single day. I need to fix this procrastination issue. I need to fix this problem with myself. Because I wouldn't be able to function normally. I won't be able to have a healthy relationship again with somebody unless I fix that problem. So here we are. Putting out YouTube videos is my steps for self-healing. Wow, that was heavy shit, Keeves. Thanks for that. And going back to what I was saying before when it comes to Twitter and the Twitch and the Facebook and all that other stuff, these are also things that I'm doing actively that I don't want to do. I don't want to do this stuff. I honestly don't. But I'm gonna do it anyways, because it is getting me into the state of it's moving me out of that state of procrastinating. I know I'm just kind of sitting here. This is pretty shitty gameplay, but I'm like actually sitting behind my computer. My arms are kind of waving, and I'm talking, and I'm thinking, and so I'm sorry if this is really boring, but this is, this is my life. Now you saw just a little brief moment of Keeves' life, and there you go. And you got my promise that I'm going to be putting out an episode every single day, because I need to better myself. And if someday my ex-wife is to stumble upon this video, someday she's to stumble upon this video, she's to look at this and see how much I'm trying. Maybe she'll look at this and see how much I still care and still love her. I don't know, in a small way. And if she doesn't, that's okay. It's not for her. It's for me, right? So, yeah, there we go. A little touch of Keeves. Anyways, I'm going to end this video here. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone for listening. It actually was very nice to get that off my chest, and I'm really happy that I shared it with some random people on the internet who don't know me and probably will never know me. I don't know. Either way, I still appreciate your support. I appreciate you watching this video. I appreciate you guys very much. And maybe like a half a dozen people are going to watch this video and they don't give a shit. Maybe this video goes ballistic. I don't know. All I know is if you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to continue watching this series, then please subscribe. And I always love you guys' feedbacks and your comments, the things that you have to say, encouragement, the trolling. I don't give a shit. I don't care. But I appreciate it all regardless. Put that in the comment section below. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate you very much. Until next time, Keeves out.